Started. There we go. All right. Welcome this evening, everyone, to Collaborating Connections Professional Networking Zoom call. My name is Dawn Evans Casey, and I'm the leader of the group. Collaborating Connections is part of the TTR networking that is actually To the Rescue networking, which originated in Central Indiana over 13 years ago and is still going strong. Collaborating Connections has been around for the past 6 years. We started out meeting in person, but since COVID transitioned to this virtual meeting format, and it allows us to meet wonderful professionals from coast to coast across the United States and really around the world. So if you are listening to a recording of one of our Zoom calls and you're interested in finding out more about us or would love to meet up with us and share a little about you and your business, we would love to meet you. Please feel free to reach out to us through the TTR Networking website, TTR Networking Facebook or LinkedIn pages, or even more specifically, the Collaborating Connections Facebook or LinkedIn pages. We're looking forward to being connected with you. There are actually several networking groups under the TTR Networking umbrella, which we are just one. We meet every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom. TTR Networking has groups that meet in person, other groups that meet via Zoom at different days and times, as well as it hosts presentations, professional development type series, educational forums, and training and development for entrepreneurs and business people. So again, check out the TTR Networking website for more wonderful information. We usually start out our meetings every week celebrating the wins of our members and attendees. So I want to open the floor and invite anyone on the call to share with us any of your wins so that we can celebrate with you. Anybody got anything to share? Nancy, please feel free.
I did my homework and my win is I actually sold something on my Etsy store. So one down, more to go.
I was screaming. You couldn't hear me. I was screaming. Hey, if I can't sing, it's all because I cheered Nancy on. All right, there you go.
Big congrats to you, Nancy.
Thank you.
What did you sell, Nancy?
Freeze-dried broccoli. Oh. Which is a very useful ingredient for dogs, cats, birds. It's got a lot of properties in it that helps them.
Nice. Awesome. Can I get a link to your Etsy store?
Sure. I gotta find it, but I will.
Awesome, because you have like a lot of variety. I thought I saw on there dragon fruit, freeze-dried dragon fruit, and all kinds of cool things. Yay, Nancy!
Thank you.
All righty. Kim, do you have a win that you want to share?
I do. I want to share. So I told Dawn, she knows my daughter's car was stolen on Friday. So the win is that she has a full security system in her house now. She is safe, and we have not found the car yet, but she's safe. So that's a big win. That's Definitely. A good thing. And and everybody's in good spirits. They can't ruin our Christmas. They can't ruin our day. So, it is what it is. We live in a city. What are you gonna do? So, but she is getting ready to pull up, and so I am gonna have to jump off because she has my ride. So, but I did get on and say hello to everybody. And are we meeting next week?
Next week, yes. Unless I get a response that the majority is not available. What do you think?
I don't know how close that is to Christmas.
I know, I'm looking, is it the 19th?
Yeah,
The
I think
19th?
Okay. Christmas is on what, Monday the following week?
Yeah, you've got
Okay.
just under, just about a week from then. So,
yeah.
and I would, if you could, it's a good idea because I bet you the 2 weeks following Dawn, you may not
Yeah,
have
those
too
2
many
weeks
people.
we definitely will not plan to meet, the day after Christmas and the day after New Year's.
Yeah,
So
just
we
because
won't see
people,
you again
yeah,
until the second week in January.
which
Oh.
is, sounds like, oh my gosh, that's so far off. It'll come quickly, but just, yeah, I would say if you could, just to kind of, cheer each other on. Hey, have a great holiday, that kind of stuff. You don't have to do, but anyway, I would encourage if you can. I think most of our groups are meeting next week, unless they run into something crazy, but yeah.
All righty. Well, I want to thank you for being with us, Kim,
Yeah,
and we
thank
are
you,
going to wish
Kim.
you well.
Bill,
And
forwarded that email to Dawn and Jennifer. If you don't mind, if you can send it to anybody in the group that wants that. And then
Yay.
Okay.
my friend's name is Nikki. So we'll try to get her on these calls too and see if her and
Ooh.
to each other. I'm sure they do. And but yeah, her name is Nikki. So I think it's Lindsay and Nikki, but Lindsay doesn't know who I am. Nikki
Oh.
does.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Take care. Have a great
Bye.
night with your daughter. We'll
Good
talk
to
to
see
you
y'all.
later.
Aw,
All right.
sweet.
Well, I know Nicole's got a win to share.
I have 2 wins. I have 2 wins. I was looking for the link. But it's us. So it's us right now. But the first one is with CB. So maybe CB will catch this later. I just want to give a shout out to him. Thank him so much for all his help with our webinar last Thursday. Revive your Facebook group before 2024. 5 simple steps. 5. We had a great gathering. I think at one time I counted 12 folks on the call, and then we've had more requests for the link to watch the replay. So we've got the replay on, watch anytime in our Facebook group. So hopefully people got nuggets. I still need to post more. We ran out of time, and look at Nancy. We ran out of time, and then so I'm just so excited. But there were, what was I going to say? I do want to do a workshop, possibly on a Thursday night at 7 for an hour. And it was funny. I'm supposed to do it tomorrow, Thursday, but I'm glad it didn't work out that way because, life happens. And so I'm just real thankful. So hopefully y'all got some goodies out of that. And I appreciate y'all's support and everything. And so the second thing, and so I went to Deanna's in our group and on Sunday because I'm helping her with her bio. So I went to interview her and kind of talk and everything. And she's so sweet. And so she's like, well, why don't we just come on over? We'll do it in my sanctuary. We'll get the vibes and the energy and all that. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like fun. And I get there, and we actually had a meditation with Jay. Jay did a special meditation for us. Have you been to one of his meditations? Anybody?
I have
No?
not been to his meditation.
Oh, you're in for a treat when you do. I thought it was amazing because it brought back days of when I taught the Start Your Blog class, that 6-week class, and how before we got started, we would just do a quick meditation. And the funny thing was, I mean, it's not really funny, but so here we are sitting. So in their room, in their sanctuary, they have one section that has like 3 leather, it's a leather couch, but but seats, right? So it was me, Jay, and Deanna. And so I'm used to the traditional, well, I call them traditional, but the kind of meditations where somebody reads something or guides you through the breathing and everything. And so here Deanna and everybody's all excited. And it was like, so he has there's a special app on his phone, and it actually contributes waves to the waves in the room, right? So we're all sitting and we're all ready, and we've got beautiful classical music, and he puts the phone on and we're closing our eyes, and I'm sitting there and there's like nothing. So I'm like waiting for someone to chit chat, or like walk us through imagery. But it was so cool. It was total just being there in you, not listening to someone else. So it's a different, I've never really had that. But it was really good. It was just so soothing. And it's funny because I'm so used to counting, when you breathe in, count to 4, and then breathe out, count to 4, and then hold, so you go through the whole thing. And I did that for like 2 minutes, and then I just let go. And I was just like a pile of mush. It was just so wonderful. And then the time went off, and it was so much fun because he was still in the moment. And so Deanna is on one side, him, I'm on the other. We're both looking at each other. We're like, all this was kind of fun. But it was amazing. Like the scalar waves, and then this, wow. That night, best sleep I think I've ever had.
Wow.
Ever. So yes, I want to give them a shout out. That was really sweet. And I totally recommend it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I feel like I'm overdue for going back. So I'm so glad that you had the chance to experience it, enjoy it, and have very, peaceful sleep even following that. The results linger with you, for sure. That's my experience at least. So good. Awesome. And then, of course, it's just making those collaborating connections. There you are, at one member meeting up with another to collaborate and get some positive stuff done. So kudos.
Thank you. So very thankful.
All righty. Anybody else got any wins?
I'll just say that we made it here to our destination, and that's a win. Very much a win down here. We've been down here a number of times, but it's always a challenge to get here. And when you make a stop at Costco, oh my goodness. But we are here, so it's a win. My holiday season is just craziness. So every time we reach a destination, we're very happy. Because then it's, I shouldn't even say it out loud, because then it's just a matter of taking the equipment in. It's getting yourself physically to a location for a job is like, but we're here. So that's a win. And I'm so glad that I was able to jump on for a little bit, ladies. I'm sorry I have to jump off. You're going to so miss me, I know, but whatever.
We will. Even though we just
then-
saw you Saturday, and
I
that
know.
was a win as well, that
Oh my
Thank
gosh,
executive
how did
board
I
was able
miss
to
that?
gather and celebrate the holidays and share smiles and wonderful conversation. So thanks again.
Thank you. You're welcome. It was our pleasure. I guess I would just say I wish you all a wonderful meeting. Send me positive vibes. We've got to take all of the equipment and unload. So, I am going to jump off, but I will be on next Tuesday. And Nicole, I don't know if you saw that message from Jay, but.
Okay. Oh, good. Yay.
Yeah, look, he
Okay.
wants to do it on Tuesday morning. So,
Perfect.
okay.
Okay.
Not another meditation, though. Nope. You're not getting that out of that meeting. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. You guys have a wonderful meeting. I know it'll be great. Nicole, do update everybody. I know that for the recording purposes on some of these things that we're doing in the new year, please. I know you
Okay.
all couldn't do that, but I know Nicole and I just talked about all of this stuff. So.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yes.
Take care,
Have
ladies.
fun.
Thank you
Bye,
very much.
Philip.
Have a good
Bye,
night.
Bye.
Mr. Jennifer.
Bye.
He's waving.
Bye.
Bye, Philip.
Bye.
Oh.
Awesome. Well, let's see. My wins for the past week. I got all kinds of stuff. I have been listening to holiday music in my office every day at work. Not blasting it, but still at a volume that keeps me very uplifted and cheerful. My office is right next to the break room. So people are always walking past my office, going to lunch or getting their snacks or grabbing some water or something like that. And then I think it contributes to them as well. So I
Aw.
share. I have some aromatherapy. I've got a little chocolate candle burner going on in my office and my Christmas music. So I'm enjoying it. Everybody else gets to enjoy it too.
Nice.
I mentioned the win of executive board getting together last weekend to, talk a little business, but mostly just to socialize, relax, enjoy some good food, enjoy being in each other's physical company and not just, connecting on Zoom. So I consider that to be a win as well. I went down to Louisville, Kentucky. I love doing my little short road trips, day trips. So I had the opportunity to go down to Louisville, Kentucky from Indianapolis and visit with my sorority sisters and do a little holiday celebration. And hey, CB, when I got back to Indy, let's see, executive board was Saturday night. I went across town to Brownsburg and did a kind of girls' night out holiday celebration with girlfriends. So
word.
I am definitely partied. I'm not going to say partied out. I can stand more party, but have been enjoying the holiday season and celebrating and spreading the cheer. So that's my win. I'm carrying that forward all the way to Christmas and beyond. CB, have you got any wins that you'd like to share?
No,
No?
I got one coming up, but I know there's going to be an announcement, so I'm going to let that kind of ride. So,
Okay. Well,
until
Nicole did mention about your event last week and
Uh-huh.
That little
that it
that was a
well
win.
did.
attended,
Yes,
great
yes.
information. Yeah.
Aw.
So we are really happy to celebrate that as well. I particularly got wonderful tidbits out of it. So thank you all again for
You're so
presenting
welcome.
that. Okay. Let's see if there's no more wins. I know in the absence of Jennifer Johnson, I'm going to ask Nicole Williams to give us any TTR networking updates. Nicole,
Well,
take it away.
Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer Johnson, number 2. Well, number 1.5, 1.1. Tied for 1. I am so excited. The big word going around, well, 2 words, Fun Fridays. We are so excited to have this. It's going to be, we're going to do it 1 time a quarter. Can you guess what day we're going to do it? On a Friday. On a Friday. And we're real excited because you can kind of compare it to a speed networking, but it's with a twist. So much fun, so different. So the main goal is just to come and it's like everything is kind of like done for you. A lot of times when I go to networking meetings, I'm thinking, okay, I'm working on my elevator pitch. I got to think who I'm talking to. Sometimes, you change it up a little bit. But it's so much fun because it's all done. You don't have to worry about that nervousness because there's going to be like special things that you're going to do. There are going to be questions for y'all that given to ask, it's almost like just be there, have fun. There's going to be some kind of like a theme, like they've done. So this started a year ago in Missouri. And it hasn't been in Indiana yet, and we are just honored to hear about this. So we are beyond excited. And they had some themes like wear your favorite football jersey, wear a bulky sweater, and in addition to that, we've been wanting to do more give back to the community. So each one of them, it's going to be networking for a cause, and with Dawn's great enthusiasm and knowledge, our first one is going to be through Indiana Parkinson Foundation. So you'll see more than that, but this is so unique to us because we're used to creating things and maybe we'll have a few weeks to get the marketing out, the emails. This 60 days is when it begins. So it's going to be beginning right around Christmas times, and it's just beyond exciting. So I don't know, Jennifer, Dawn or Nancy or CB, if you've heard anything, if there's anything you guys want to share about it. You guys just a little bit excited about it coming to town?
Definitely excited. I love that we get the chance to combine the efforts of meeting wonderful new people, expanding our connections, combining that with helping a nonprofit or community organization, because
Yes.
that has always been one of the strengths, I think, of TTR networking that I've really appreciated. And I know that so many of our professionals, are looking for opportunities to give back. So the fact that you can do all of this in one fell swoop and have big fun while you're doing it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really
Lots of
excited.
fun. Well, good. And it's going to be in the morning, I think at 8:30 to 10 a.m. at the Haverstick. And, it's just wonderful. So they, pretty soon we'll have more details and emails will be hitting your inboxes. So we're very excited about that. So, and I'm trying to think, CB, do you want to unveil what's coming up in your neck of the woods, or do we need to wait a little bit on that? Do we want to just give them a little teaser?
Well, I don't know. You're closer to Jennifer than I am. I don't want to get my
No.
hands slapped.
Okay, well, let me see if I can do the how do you say it? I can't think of it. Not really the Cliff Notes. Y'all remember Cliff Notes?
Mhm.
So kind of just a little bit about it and just beyond excited because CB is crafting, I have to say crafting, an amazing new TTR group, and it is geared towards new entrepreneurs that are new to networking, right? New networking business. Am I saying it right?
They're new to business. It's okay for lack of whatever. Jennifer can shoot me later.
Shoot me first, then you.
It's called Ignite, and it is a small business incubator, for lack of better
Yes.
terms.
Yes.
People who might be interested in starting a small business, people who have just started a small business and
Yes, that's
looking
what I was
for a
trying to say.
resource.
Yes.
One of the great things about TTR, obviously, is the great amount of different layer entrepreneurs that we have within
Yes.
our group, and we're kind of all over the place. But some of the people here sign up with a company, and the company kind of gives them all the pieces that they need, kind of as a franchise in a way, or they're kind of like an independent contractor. But again, the company gives them all their information, which is great. But for those of us out there like me, for example, who's working on a solo gig, having resources and stuff would be great to have. And as they feed into my group, and of course, if you know someone who may be tired of the regular 9 to 5 with the new year coming up, might be interested in striking out on their own, we're really here to kind of be a beginning to end for them, where they can get in with us, and then we can move them on to their own regular group. So whether they join us, whether they join Wednesday or Thursday or whatever, they kind of spend some time with us to get the wheels going, and then they move into the groups and they work with their prospective groups and go from there. So
Love it. I absolutely love it. You know, for entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, dadopreneurs, momopreneurs, you know,
and even
grandmapreneur, you
you,
know.
you know, and if you got a kid that's looking at starting up a lawnmower business over the summer, and
I know a kid like that. That's right. Well, he's young though. He's like 12.
yeah, well, this might be a little too young, too old for him, but um,
Awesome. Yeah, I didn't even think about like that. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
There's
So
lots of
needed.
different ways
Yes.
and lots of different directions that this could go, and then it gets them
Yeah.
into the networking, and then gets them into their group where they meet a whole bunch of other people,
Mhm.
and able to go from there. So
And
it's
gives them the
really,
basics. Where do you start? How do you know
yeah,
where to start? Where, you know,
yeah,
it's a lot. I remember starting out. So thank you
yeah.
for your ideas and putting this together with
Oh, yeah.
Jennifer and
So
everything.
I did the changes that Jennifer asked since we're talking
Okay.
about it, and I'm going to get that
Oh,
to you
yay.
and Jennifer tonight, so
Okay.
you can see that
Wow.
and see what you think of it, and
Yay.
go
Wow,
from
that's
there. And
fast.
well,
Okay.
you got
We
Canva,
just
I got Canva,
chatted this
so
morning. We're Canva people. What can we
yeah.
say?
If you ain't got Canva, I don't know what you're doing in life.
Canva.
I don't
Oh
understand
my
you.
I
gosh.
don't know what I'm doing in life either.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, CB. Yay.
Yeah.
Very, very excited about that.
Thank
And
you.
Actually, hold on a second here. Let's see. Can I,
oh, I
Dawn,
have to
can
go
I
ahead.
share screen?
Let's see. Stop share.
Okay, let me go here and go here, and let me go back to here. And now let me see if I can share my screen. Host disabled participant screen sharing. Okay. So
Try
yeah.
it now. No?
Hold on.
Oh,
There it is.
goes by something. Yeah, there we go.
I've got the wheel with the life preserver in it. TTR presents Ignite. It's lighting the fuse to your entrepreneur journey. It's a beginner small business networking group, and learn entrepreneurship from other entrepreneurs. So there's what I've got working on Canva.
Love it.
Awesome.
So
Super awesome.
yep, gotta keep everything growing. So
Absolutely.
yep. So let's see if I can stop the share and go back to everything. There we go. So
Well, we have long talked about are we meeting the needs of all of our potential members? And certainly there are individuals who may feel intimidated to come into a group when everybody else has been chugging along for quite some time, and some things are just seem well understood and remedial to cover. So it definitely, I'm sure that there's a need for it. I'm sure that in today's economy, there are brand new people who are thinking about or just starting out their businesses. So
yeah.
kudos to you for developing a program that meets that need, CB.
And
That's
we'll see where it goes. I mean, so, and if she starts putting it out there to the TTR members and says, "Hey guys, if you know someone who might be thinking about starting a business, starting their own small business, starting whatever," it's a natural feeder. And then it's a great place for them to start. And then we move them on up through the ranks and get them into their groups, and they're able to do their stuff from there.
Yep.
So
Super
I love it.
awesome.
yay.
I love it. I love it.
I'm gonna blame Nicole just so everyone knows that
Please,
Jennifer
yes,
gets
throw
into
me
trouble.
under the bus.
Not a
It's nice. It's a
problem.
very nice, it's a sneak peek.
Yeah.
Previews.
All righty.
Awesome.
Is that it, Nicole, that you're aware of?
Yeah, I
Or
think that's all I can release. I mean,
okay.
let me see. Anyway, I don't think, the big thing we had talked about was the Fun Fridays and of course, this new group. So yeah.
Okay. Very good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Let's see, I did not mention earlier, but every month TTR Networking has a theme that generally helps guide our discussions and our professional development and information sharing. The December 2023 theme is digging into the details, and it's all about looking at the little things, recognizing where we are, preparing for the new year to come, making sure that we are on the right path, and considering all of the little ways we can dot our I's and cross our T's and make sure that we have had a successful fiscal year. So, digging into the details. And if we have time at the end on the backside of this call, we'll certainly have a brief discussion about that. But at this time, I'd like to go ahead and kick off our roundtable of introductions of professionals. And first off, I am going to ask Nicole Williams. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Yes, thank you. Nicole Williams, founder of Start Your Blog and at Simple Marketing Solutions. I've heard a lot this year and probably every year how busy we all are. But just from like speaking to folks like in the past couple of months with social media and just kind of collaborating and exchanging ideas and how can we simplify that. And it's just my heart just races, it's like you've got ideas and you want to share them. So that's what I enjoy doing. I help clients, they have a voice, I listen and we help put that voice into words and make canvas, kind of help promote them with imagery and just kind of, how do you say, promote their business, through different social channels, through blogs, through word of mouth, just so many different things to kind of help them get the success that they are looking for. So that is me.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Nicole.
You're welcome.
Do we have any questions tonight for Nicole Williams?
I do. If I can add one thing that I will be posting. So CB and I had a webinar last week, and we have a Facebook group, and it's Revive Your Facebook Group before 2024. And it might not have the 2024, but what's really cool about it is that we like to call it evergreen, which means we're going to be adding to it every week and posting events and sharing goodness from others. There's one thing. So one thing that I did not get to say, we have the replay in there too from last week. So that's in there. And so something, CB, that we had run out of time, and this is like super cool. This is your idea, CB. So I loved it. So we had a hypothetical, if you don't have that much time, if you did a little post on, let's just say a Tuesday, Wednesday, and a Thursday, Wednesday's the busiest day of the week. So, but if you have an opportunity to do 3 posts a week, so that's during the week. But what about if your ideal client may also be on a Saturday or something, like if you think about, my avatar, would that person be on Facebook Saturday or Sunday? Pick one of those days, repost your Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and let it go through the feeds on one of those weekend days, in case your avatar missed it during the week. I just, because one thing, I've always talked about repurposing, 6 months down the road, you can just repurpose it. You know what? Maybe try and repurpose it on the weekends, and see what happens. I just had never thought of that. And I was like, okay, let's give that a go. Let's, take care of our avatars.
All right. Good. So when you recirculate a previous post,
Yes.
do the previous comments also recirculate, or is it like a brand new post?
Well, there's a couple of ways. So I would think if you couple ways to repurpose. Like if you reshare it, you know, probably it will carry. I like to do it fresh. What I do is, so the Canvas are really nice. They stay, you know, in their little Canva platform. What I do is I use something like Word. I know you can also use Google, but if you like, you know, type out what you're going to say, you know, hang on to it, date it, you know, put the title of it. And, so, but, you know, you might make it a little fresher. So, you know, I try not to have like the date in it, you know, try not to, you know, which was funny because Thursday night I was trying to keep it like an evergreen, you know, video, and I kept dating it. I kept saying, oh yeah, it's Thursday. Oh yeah, it's December. Oh well, you know, it's still a bunch of goodness. But yeah, I would rather when you repurpose it be fresh, you know, than you just like have it in Canva. And you can always recopy it from your post. You know, you probably will have the picture on your desktop, you know, but see, this year I got at my old laptop said goodbye. So I had to say hi to a new one like mid-year. And it's so funny because some things that I want to repost, I'm like, where is it? And I'm like, oh, it's on the old, you know, it's on the old. But then you think, when did I post it? You know, go back in your feed and find it and then just resave the picture, you know, just the picture. You can do like a save as. And hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Backup? Do you have a backup? Oh, okay. He's got
Whenever I change computers, I take my important files and I put them on the backup drive. And then that way I can just have it plugged into my new computer. And if I need to go find those files, right into the backup, grab them, either
brilliant.
transfer them in or work off of them and leave them on the backup drive, one way or the other.
All
That
right, all
way
right.
you always have it. And when you do a photo shoot, it's really important to back up your stuff because if your computer dies, you've lost everything you did. And so needless to say, yeah.
Good, good.
Awesome.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
All right. If we don't have any other questions for Nicole, I am now going to ask Nancy Vesley. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Yeah, Nancy Vesley with IHC Specialty Benefits, local licensed health insurance agent. Just coming off of Medicare for the year. And now I'm dealing with the people on the marketplace that the deadline is Friday. So I'm hearing from them and we're getting stuff all put together and signed up and ready for another year. If you know anybody that has questions or if they're on the marketplace confused, because the marketplace is a very confusing website, send them my direction. I can help them out and we will go from there.
Super awesome. Nancy, I know at the top of this call, we were talking about wins and you talked about your Etsy store. Do you mind sharing a little bit more information about that for those who are listening to the recording and perhaps not as familiar with what you're doing there?
The Etsy store, I spend a lot of time making my bird food. I spend more time making food for my birds than I do for the people in the house. I swear to God, I do. And if you know birds, they eat a little and the rest of it ends up on the floor of their cages. So it's like, oh my God. So all along, I've been a big, you know, giving them the best food so that they survive the longest. And so then a couple months ago, I ended up purchasing a freeze dryer. So I have a freeze dryer in my quote living room. When you walk into my house, you see my freeze dryer. So I started freeze drying because a few years ago I was freezing it. And freezing it is good, but when it defrosts, they don't eat the food as well as they do fresh. So it wasn't very popular. Freeze drying keeps it around for a while and you can either serve it to them right out of the packages, all crunchy, and birds would like to crunch because they can make a big mess crunching that stuff. Or you can mix it with water and rehydrate it. Or I like just mixing it with the fresh chop in the morning and it kind of picks up the moisture from there. So I'm back to freeze drying and trying to get different options out there for people, but there's a lot of people selling freeze dried food, parrot food these days. But hey, I enjoy it. And I will mention that freeze dryer is now a tax deduction for the year.
There you go. That's business sense right there for the new entrepreneur.
That's it.
Very good. Thank you so much, Nancy. Do we have any questions for Nancy Vesley this evening, whether it's about the Etsy store or her health insurance opportunities? Yes,
I
Nicole?
don't have a question, just
Okay.
a huge shout out how she saved me with insurance, helping me find insurance on the fly for me, and then like a few days later for Caitlin. And I just cannot thank you enough, because I mean, it was like a needle in the haystack, you know, when you've got your favorite doctors. And thank you. So just amazing, and just amazing. So highly recommend you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. Those awesome testimonials, I tell you, that they go a long way. You know, there's a lot of folks out there who may be doing what we do, and the difference may be, you know, how familiar is somebody with what it is that you're doing, and can they trust you? So when you get awesome testimonials that back up your words of what you want to offer your potential clients, it makes a huge difference. So thank you so much for sharing that, Nicole.
Yeah.
And thank you, Nancy.
Thank you.
If there are no other questions, next I am going to ask CB Bjork. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Oh, sure. Why not? Greetings, everyone. CB Bjork, Ascension. I guess I'll do both of them here. Ascension Imaging Studio. We do headshots, branding, marketing, seniors. I'm a licensed FAA drone pilot, so I can do real estate, buildings, aerial work. I do photography that way. I don't do the video, so I work with that. Let's see here. On the other side of the world, I guess. Oh, well, again, 2024 right around the corner, guys. If you're planning on doing anything to kick off 2024, now is the time to get the images done. Now's the time to get the photography going. That way you're set up and ready to roll in 2024 instead of having to wait and figure out everything that's needing to be done. So if you're planning anything, get with your photographer now. That would be me. Let's see, step. On the other side of everything, also CB Bjork, psychic medium and author. I do tarot, Akashic records, mediumship, and technically I'm a Reiki master. So if you're trying to figure out what's going on in the world, what's coming up, I can help. So that's what we're here for. So, and I'll drop out a happy little note for the crazy red-haired lady who's my wife, Catherine Barajas Bjork. She's an animal communicator and psychic medium, and she can help you with issues that you're having with your pet. So there's everything in a nutshell, and more to come soon. So stay tuned.
All right. Well, thank you so much, CB. And I'll open the floor. Are there any questions or comments for CB Bjork this evening? There's a whole lot there. So it does seem like, you know, the end of the year, preparing for 2024 is a perfect time to touch base with you, for whether it is from that marketing photography perspective, or I wonder how will my business grow and thrive in 2024 from your psychic prowess. And there's just so much that you have to offer. And, you know, if somebody is interested in starting that business and being a part of the Ignite program, my goodness, you are covering all the bases there, CB.
Oh, yeah. Wait till you see what else is coming.
All right. Good.
Yeah, I am nuts, just so you know.
Sometimes it takes that, though. It's all right. It's all right. Thanks again. Well, If there are no questions for CB, I'm going to take the opportunity to talk about some of our members who are not here on the call tonight, but certainly we don't want to forget about. We have Robert Hailey, who is a mortgage specialist with Old National Bank, with over 25 years of experience and a wealth of knowledge about financial preparation and mortgage lending. If anybody has any interest in buying a home and finding financing for that, Robert Hailey is your guy. We also have Carol Blackmon with eXp Realty, and Carol is another one with just an abundance of knowledge about what she does and a big, big willingness to help. Even if you just have questions about, is this a good time to sell my home? What is it that I need to do to prepare my home for sale? I'm interested in buying a house, and, where should I be looking and what questions should I be asking? So Carol works with both buyers and sellers, and she is licensed in both Indiana and Florida. And even if you're not looking for a home in those areas, she's connected to a network of realtors across the United States and really internationally that would be willing to help and assist. So if you're interested in buying or selling a home, Carol Blackmon is your contact. Robert Bonjour is in fact the only current TTR Networking global partner. So he is exclusively assisting TTR Networking and others with printing needs through Offset Printing, which is a family business that has been around for years and years. Whether you need something as simple as copies made or something as extensive as printing books, many books, many copies, Robert Bonjour is your contact. So feel free to reach out to him. Additionally, we have Deanna Moray, and Deanna is with Rezenergize Sanctuary. Here in the Nora area of Indianapolis, Rezenergize is all about helping us be our best healthy selves. So there are all types of modalities that are available through the Rezenergize Sanctuary. Feel free to look them up online. You can participate individually or in a group setting, and reach out to Deanna for more information. And also, who was on the call initially but rolled off, our fearless executive director of TTR Networking, Jennifer Johnson. She is a relationship specialist and wants to help individuals cultivate relationships, maintain, make new contacts and relationships through a bunch of ways. So if you are interested in improving your relationship development skills, improving relationships that help and assist your business, Jennifer Johnson, Executive Director of TTR Networking, is a wealth of knowledge there. So I think that covers everybody for Collaborating Connections. I hope I didn't leave anybody out. I know it says Jennifer Johnson in my box, but my name is Dawn Evans Casey. I just use Jennifer's account to do the Collaborating Connections calls. My businesses, one is Spa Travel, which is a full service travel agency. If you are interested in planning a trip, going somewhere, whether it's an individual or a group, Spa Travel is happy to help. Reach out to me at spatravel911@gmail.com. We are all about relaxed adventure, and I would love to help you have a relaxing, memorable travel experience. Additionally, let's see, Claiming Your Roots is a nonprofit that my husband and I started back in 2018. And we work with families, multi-generational families, helping them understand how they can do their own family history research, pull the information together into a wonderful keepsake that they can then continue to build on and pass forward to future generations. knowing where you came from, who came before you, how they lived, where they lived, more than just the information that you see on the front of a tombstone or in a funeral program is just vital to each and every one of us to understand who we are and the potential that's inside of us based upon those who came before us. So if you're interested in checking out, finding some guidance on how to do your family history or addressing some brick walls that you may have come across, feel free to log on to Claiming Your Roots on Facebook or contact me. And lastly, I wanted to share, I have been a lifelong chocolate lover and have turned that love, that passion into a blog on Facebook called Cheerful Chocolate Spirit. So if you're ever just having a bad day or looking for some chocolate inspiration, check out the blog. It's full of pictures and recipes and quips, cartoons, short stories, poetry that is related to chocolate. You can enjoy them without gaining a pound, and if you have comments or something to share that's chocolate related, please feel free to do so. Cheerful Chocolate Spirit is looking forward to entertaining you. So that's all of mine in a nutshell. If anybody has any questions or comments, I'd feel free to address them. Yes, Nicole. Let's see. Can we unmute you?
Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry. You can't see, but I've got two screens. And the stupid cursor is come on. Okay, I just want to thank you for being such an amazing leader of this group. And it's just warm hugs and all you do and your blog. It's just like you. It's just you feel it and just all this goodness and everything. Thank you for everything. So I'll put that out there.
I don't think I mentioned this time. Nicole Williams, blogger extraordinaire, was actually the chief reason she shared with me the basic guidelines of starting a blog and encouraged me to put my passion in it. And the first thing that came to my mind was my love of chocolate. So it wasn't just one conversation. It was various conversations, a lot of guidance, and Nicole is such full of creativity that she inspires me as I go. So thank you, Nicole.
Well, thank you.
Certainly help me do what I do. And if anybody else is interested in developing a blog, I can now say it's probably easier than you think, because I thought it was going to be some mountainous.
Me too. It's scary. It's scary, but when you find your passion, right? When you think about things that really are part of your life, that you want to share about, that you kind of have an expertise in, I mean, you bring us, you've been to festivals of chocolate. You're up there taking pictures. We're right there with you, and I wouldn't have been able to go otherwise, so thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. All right, let's see. We are at 7 o'clock. And as I mentioned, we're going to talk a little bit about digging into the details. I asked earlier today when I sent out the announcement about our networking, as we're looking back on what we've accomplished in 2023, I hope that that is helping us to prepare for 2024. Based upon some of the presentations that we've attended and listened to, I'm just wondering if anybody has to share any of their new or developing goals going into 2024. or if you have, particular nuggets that you've picked up that you certainly want to focus on and let those nuggets guide what your new goals may be for 2024. So I'll open the floor. Anybody got anything to share? No? Well, I tell you what, I'll start it off. Listening to the presentation from last week with Nicole and CB, my theme for my 2023 year was harmony, and that I was going to figure out a way to harmonize my various entrepreneurial interests to make sure that I wouldn't say overdo or just over focus on just one of them, but find ways to utilize my travel and my genealogy research and to build my chocolate blog by going places, traveling and finding new stuff that I could share. And then, use my genealogy to reach out to family members and other people and share good stuff. So it was harmony between my businesses. But I tell you from the last week's presentation, what I picked up and what I want to do in 2024 is learn to harmonize my partnerships with other entrepreneurs and my fellow Collaborating Connections members. So as I'm doing my business marketing and social media, I want to now harmonize and collaborate, use information, facts, and things that I'm picking up from my business partnerships and be able to pull that into my marketing, to be able to share the wealth, to talk about my business and somebody else's business and how they work together, or just to be able to talk about, share, fluff up the universe with the wonderful knowledge that I have, not of only my business, but of partner businesses that I routinely work with. So that's my 2020, my segue into 24 based upon what I've learned this year. I don't know if that helps anybody.
I love it, in a simple way that you can do that is one post a week, just share love on, someone you follow, someone or one of your members that follow you, and it's just so neat how the algorithms work behind the scenes, because it shares you and theirs on you, and you're like lifting each other up, and I love that. So yay.
And it's easier than I anticipated because I don't always have to develop brand new content. I can just share somebody else's.
Yeah.
And help them and help me and brighten somebody else's day. So
it's a win-win-win-win-win. Yes. Aw, that's awesome. I love it.
Cool.
Well, to get ready for me, I guess jump into the next one. To get ready for 2024, my initial goal, starting Thursday, I'm off until after Christmas. So I'm going to be spending part of every day learning, I guess might be the best way to put it. I got a lot of stuff to set up computer-wise. I've got stuff to change around on the website. I've got a whole list of things to do, watch, be, and all that. So I'm going to kind of take care of that. I've got a couple speculative headshot opportunities that I'm planning for the first part of 2024. So I'm going to get those kind of set up and lined up because I'll have the daytime with which I can go and do things. So that's important because normally I don't have that right now. So I'm going to take the opportunity to do that and start laying some solid bricks down and get them ready for 2024. So it's all I can really do and hope that all the work that I do comes to fruition.
All right. Good plan. I know you said you're going to be off from work, so you have time to dedicate And I loved that self-development, that learning. You know, we have to invest in ourselves. And, you know, this sounds like a great time of year for you to be doing yours. So I will look forward to seeing the fruits of that labor in 2024 for you, CB. Cool. Anybody else? All right.
Mine's similar to yours. Mine's similar to, I love the self-development and the because Jennifer was asking us the other day if we have a word for the year and mine is abundance. You know, I just want to give an abundance of goodness to others. And that's just, you know, we have knowledge, you know, and now we have like platforms to put it on, and part of the social media posts and everything, and it's the engaging, and sometimes it just might be a question, you know, that we pop out there. Anybody struggling with, you know, you never know what you're going to get back, you know, but maybe maybe it's something I can help with, or maybe I can scoot it over to Ms. Nancy Vesley and she can for someone else. So no. But yeah, you know, it just might be, you know, my bird is looking for something yummy to go with his chop in the morning.
Wait, if you need a bird, I could get you a bird.
Oh, I know you can. Yes. Oh. So, but Nancy helped me. She rehomed a cat. Just, I think it's a year and a half, Nancy, Lucky, and he is just such a blessing. So yeah, she's very resourceful with all kinds of animals. So,
See, and you just never know.
Yep.
Sometimes we just have to speak it to help manifest it. And there's already somebody there ready to listen and to help. So that's what helps. You know, the universe is just waiting sometimes for us to ask for it, or for us to speak it out loud and breathe into it, so that it can come up and meet us with exactly what we need to fulfill that manifestation. So that's another part of why I encourage everybody to talk and share, and to even do the one-on-one conversations beyond this weekly call. Is you never know, there are things that come up in those conversations that you wouldn't imagine, but they spark action, they spark connection, they spark opportunity. And folks who are just head down, nose to the grindstone, constantly doing the business that they love, may miss those opportunities to fulfill that manifestation if they're not talking, if they're not interacting, if they're not networking. So I certainly appreciate each and every one of you that take the time to get on the call, or take the time to listen to our recordings. And I hope that you are getting useful golden nuggets out of this discussion, or ideas that can take each one of us a little bit further. To spark some of that wonderful manifestation and success in each one of our lives and businesses. So with that being said, if there are no other final comments, I think we're going to wrap up just a little bit early. And I've got another call to jump on. So we will be meeting next week on Tuesday, December 19th, and then we will be off 2 weeks in a row for the holidays. So the day after Christmas and the day after New Year's, we will not be meeting, but you may be hearing from me via email or text. I certainly wish you all a wonderful holiday season, but I'll look forward to seeing you next week. If you're not too busy, we'll be right here at 6 p.m. on Zoom. Take
Thank
care,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
Have a wonderful rest of the
Bye.
evening.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.